Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurahan Izati and we are from Group 5. We will be presenting on our research title, which is Enabling the Internet of Things (IoT) usage in the agriculture business in Malaysia. Our group consists of Fekandini, Nur Shakira, Nur Shazwani, Nurul Atikah, Nurul Nisha and me myself Nurahan Izati. Without further ado, I will pass to the next presenter.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullah. My name is Fikhandini and I will be presenting about chapter 1, Introduction. So we proceed to the background of the study. The Internet of Things is a network of networked objects that can communicate to each other and share information with the cloud. Sensors, software and network connectivity are utilized in the collection and distribution of data from variety of physical objects, including as transportation system, industrial equipment and home appliances. In order to empower farmers to make knowledgeable decisions about irrigation and harvesting, IoT in agriculture utilizes sensors, cameras, and other devices to gather data on farming activities. By combining robots, drones, remote sensors, computer pictures, and machine learning and analytic tools, this technology makes smart agriculture become feasible. And next is by 2015, the Malaysian government even initiates the use of IoT nationwide. Nonetheless, there are several obstacles in the way of IoT widespread adoption in Malaysia, and there are projects and plans pertaining to the creation of IoT devices for Malaysia that are connected to other nations that have developed in the field of IoT development. Okay, next we proceed to the problem statement. The agriculture industry in Malaysia heavily relies on specific seasons for planting. However, the widespread adoption of IoT technologies in this sector faces a significant challenge, which is gaining farmer acceptance. This research aims to identify the key factors that affect farmer acceptance of IoT within the context seasonal planting practices. The goal is to develop strategies that can overcome these barriers and encourage adoption for greater agriculture efficiency and sustainability. So next is about research objective. The first one is to comprehensively examine the impact of IoT adoption on various aspects of the agriculture businesses, including crop yield, resource utilization, labor efficiency, and overall profitability. Next point is to identify and analyze the key challenges and barriers that hinder the widespread adoption and effective implementation of IoT solutions in agriculture business. So the last point is to provide a balanced assessment of the potential benefits and drawbacks associated with the integration of IoT technologies into agriculture practices, considering both the economic and environmental implications. Okay, this slide is about significance of the study. Okay, the first point is for farmers. We can enhance productivity and efficiency. It means that precision farming is made possible by sensors and automated systems that track temperature. Next is better crop yields and quality. Means farmers can detect and prevent issues early on thanks to real-time data on crop health, which will result in increased yields and superior quality food. Next is lower labor costs, means that farmer can save labor costs and gain more time by automating operations like per management and irrigation. And last is better risk management, means farmers may better protect their crop and get ready for extreme weather events with the use of weather forecasting and monitoring system. Next is for industry. The first one is improve the ability to track and transparency. With growing consumer demands, food produce and origins must be disclosed. Systems for tracking crops from farm to fork that are enabled by the Internet of Things can guarantee transparency and foster consumer trust. Second point is enhance supply chain efficiency. Third point is creation of new products and services. It means the agriculture sector is experiencing innovations thanks to the IoT data. which is resulting in creation of new goods and services, including on-demand agriculture services and customized crop suggestions. And the last one is for people. Okay, we can enhance food security. It means that IoT can assist in addressing concerns about global food security by increasing yields and decreasing food waste. Second one is enhance food safety. It means monitoring systems may track potential pollutants in food. We minimizing the risk of foodborne illness. Third part is environmental sustainability. IoT enable precision agriculture technique can lower pesticide and water usage, resulting in more environmentally friendly agriculture. So the last one is economic growth. Using IoT in agriculture has the potential to increase employment and strengthen the rural economies. Okay, this slide is about our research timeline, about the progress of the research that we are doing from week 1 until week 14. Okay, this slide and table is about our course project. The total amount of our course is this is including the equipment, the materials, supplies, and services that we needed to complete this research. So the total is RM 632 ringgit and 50 cents.
Hi, I'm Nisha. I will summarize all the subtopic that we are doing research. Firstly, advantages. Increase efficiency and productivity, which is IoT sensor enables precise monitoring of soil, water, and crop health, leading to optimized resources use and improve yield. And then reduce cost, improve quality and sustainability, and enhance risk management. Like real-time data allows farmers to quickly react to weather events, pests, and disease, minimizing losses. Secondly, problem issues. Farmer acceptance, like overcoming resistance and building trust in in technology is crucial. And infrastructure limitations, lack of rural connectivity and reliable power sources pose challenge. Affordability and access, making technology accessible and affordable for small farm is essential. And digital literacy gap, like equipping farmers with the necessary skills to operate and benefit from IoT is critical. And then disadvantages, high initial investment, installing and maintaining IoT infrastructure can be expensive for small farm. And then limited connectivity, rural areas often lack reliable internet access, hindering data transmissions. And then a digital literacy barrier, like many farmers lack the necessary skills to manage and utilize IoT system effectively. And data security concerns. Farmers may be worried about data privacy and potential hacking risks. Next is impact, boost agriculture output. Like it can increase efficiency and yield, have the potential to improve food security for Malaysia. For economic growth, thriving agricultural sector contribute to job creation and overall economic development. Environmental benefits, sustainable farming practice reduce resource consumption and pollution. And social transformation, like digitalization can empower farmers and bridge the urban-rural divide. And then factor, education and awareness programs, like highlighting the benefits of IoT and showcasing successful case studies can encourage adoption. Then factor, education and awareness programs, like highlighting the benefits of IoT and showcasing successful case studies can encourage adoption. Developing user-friendly and affordable solutions, technology should be tailored to farmers' needs and budget. Building trust and collaboration, partnering with farmers and supporting communities build trust and foster local knowledge. and government support and incentive, financial assistance policy change, and infrastructure development can accelerate adoption. And lastly, differences between traditional and IoT. So firstly is automation versus manual labor. Like traditional agriculture involves significant manual labor for tasks like irrigation, crop monitoring, and pest control. IoT introduced automation through connected devices and systems. For example, automate irrigation system adjust watering based on real-time soil moisture, and drones can autonomously scout for pests, reducing reliance on manual labor and increasing efficiency. And then traditional agriculture relies heavily on farmer experience and institutions to make decisions about planting, watering, and pest control. IoT, on the other hand, utilize real-time data collected from sensors to provide precise information on soil moisture, nutrient levels, and pest activity, driving data-driven decision making for optimized growth and resource usage. And then for scalability and optimization, traditional methods often struggle to scale efficiently as farms grow bigger. Managing larger farms using institution and manual labor becomes challenging. IoT, however, facilitates scalability by providing centralized data access and automate control, allowing farmers to optimize resource allocation and manage larger operation effectively. And then lastly, for precision versus blanket approach, like traditional method often involve applying water, fertilizer, and pesticides uniformly across fields, regardless of local variations. IoT enable precision agriculture, tailoring interventions to specific areas based on data-driven insights. This leads to reduced waste, improved resource efficiency, and targeted treatments for better crop health. That's all from me. Thank you.
For the Chapter 3 methodology, this chapter will explain on how we structure a method and gain the data for our own research. For this research, we use the quantitative research methodology approach as we are using the survey research to reach a larger amount of people in a period of time. On the left side of the slide, the research framework was shown. Here we can see the 4 variables that are available in the research. The independent variables are the qualitative research and the analysis of the collected data. The intervening variables that help the research in gaining information are the data is collected from various online resources, and thematic analysis was used. Next, we have the moderating variables, which is the challenge for the research. Those variables are the cybersecurity and the low quality sample size and selections. Next is the last variable, which is the dependent variable that is the outcome of the research. The dependent variable is the impact of the IoT technology on energy consumption, productivity, crop monitoring, and environmental sustainability. Next to the framework, we have 2 hypotheses, which is the alternative and the null hypothesis. The alternative hypothesis is the impact of the IoT technology on the energy consumption, productivity, crop monitoring, and environmental sustainability is affected by the qualitative research and analysis of the collected data. The null hypothesis is the impact of the IoT technology on energy consumption, productivity, crop monitoring, and environmental sustainability is not affected by the qualitative research and analysis of the collected data. Next, the population for the survey is that we are collecting data from the small-scale vegetable farmer in Malaysia, people that associated with the agriculture field, and the public citizens. The total of sample is like 60 respondents. In the data collection technique, we created a questionnaire that consists of 35 questions through the Google form. The questionnaires address the issues, impact, challenges, implementations, pros and cons regarding to the enabling IoT in Malaysia's agriculture sectors. The questionnaires were distributed through online platforms such as WhatsApp, Telegram, and Instagram. To analyze the data that was collected through the questionnaires, we use the SPSS to analyze the data.
My name is Nurul Atika and I will continue with data analysis segment. In this segment, we carefully selected 10 questions to provide an overview of what respondents think about IoT in agriculture. This research has the exciting potential to revolutionize how we do agriculture, making it more efficient, sustainable, and ensuring better food security in Malaysia. Our research, which involves surveying 60 respondents and using the analytical power of SPSS, aims to shed light on the following questions. Number one, current awareness. What is the level of knowledge of Malaysia respondents about IoT and how well do they understand it? Number two, perceived benefits and challenges. What do respondents think are the benefits and challenges of using IoT solutions in agriculture? And number three, support and resources. What kind of help and resources do farmers need to smoothly transition into using IoT technology? The first question aims to measure the respondents' basic knowledge about IoT. When it comes to their familiarity with IoT in agriculture, on average, the respondents showed a moderate level of understanding with a mean score of 3.35. The most common response was agree, selected by 28.3% of the respondents, followed by neutral 26.7% and disagree 23.3%. The bar chart shows that the response agree with a rating of 4 had the highest frequency with 17 out of 60 respondents selecting it, while strongly disagree had the lowest frequency chosen by only 2 out of 60 respondents. Overall, this data suggests that the respondents have a moderate level of familiarity with the IoT in agriculture and have diverse opinions about it. Next, question number two. According to the survey conducted on 60 respondents, it can be concluded that the most of the respondents had a positive perception of the topic of adopting Internet of Things (IoT) technology in the agriculture business in Malaysia. The mean response was 3.90, indicating the respondents' overall agreement with the topic. More than half of the respondents, 51.7%, agreed with the topic, while 26.7% chose to remain neutral and only 20% disagreed. The bar chart representing the survey data showed that 31 out of 60 respondents chose agree as their response, which was the most popular option. In contrast, only 1 out of 60 respondents chose disagree, which was the least selected response. Overall, the survey data indicates a favorable sentiment towards the topic, with a concentration of response on the positive end of the scale. The third question shown here highlights the need of IoT technology in Malaysia agriculture. With the question, do you agree that IoT technologies in smart farming allow the farmers to collect data more easily in Malaysia? According to the data, all the respondents 100% agree that IoT technologies in smart farming will make data collection easier in Malaysia. The scores of mean, median, and mode of 4.10, 4.00, and 4 respectively indicate that there is a strong consensus among the respondent. The bar chart shows that the highest agreement comes from 27 respondents, followed by strong agreement from 20 respondents, and only one respondent expressed disagreement. However, there seems to be some caution or uncertainty about the full implementation of IoT in Malaysia agriculture, as shown by the varying level of enthusiasm among the respondents. Next, question 4. Do you agree that IoT technologies are considered as cost-effective for the farmers in the agriculture industry in Malaysia? According to the data, the average perception of IoT technologies in terms of cost effectiveness is moderate, with a mean score of 3.77 and a median score of 4. The mode score, also at 4, suggests that more people are inclined toward agreement but not strongly. A majority of 56.7% of respondents agree that IoT technologies are cost-effective for farmers, while a significant portion of 26.7% and 3.3% express disagreement or neutrality, respectively. The bar chart reflects agreement as the high response with 34 respondents, while only 2 respondents expressed disagreement which is the lowest. Despite the overall positive sentiment, some farmers may have differing opinions, indicating concerns or the need for more information on the actual cost effectiveness of IoT in agriculture. Question 5 asks if respondents recognize the benefit of using IoT in agriculture. With the question, do you know IoT device can monitor and analyze soil conditions, crop health, and other factors affecting crop yield? According to the data, the respondents have a neutral stance with mean and median score of 1.5 regarding their knowledge of IoT device capability in agriculture. The mode score of 1 further support this interpretation, indicating a leaning towards neutrality. On analyzing the frequency data, it is found that half of the respondents do not know about IoT in agriculture monitoring, while the other half have some awareness. The bar chart depicts these equal divisions, highlighting the needs for initiatives to educate the public about the potential benefits and capability of IoT technology in agriculture. Overall, there is no clear consensus about the respondents regarding the knowledge of IoT application in agricultural monitoring.
Next, for the question 6, we ask the respondents on the concern regarding the IoT usage, where do they agree that IoT assists more big farmers with advanced technology, leaving smaller farmers farther behind. The data collected from the survey recorded the respondents' answer with a median score of 4 and the mean score was 3.55, while its standard deviation and variance recorded is 1.016 and 1.031 respectively. From the total of 60 respondents, most frequent answer is 3, where it falls somewhere in the middle of the possible score range of 1 to 5, indicating that most respondents are neutral on belief that IoT technologies assisting more big farmers with advanced technology, leaving the smaller farmers farther behind. With the total of 20 respondents, score of 3, which indicates neutral, is the highest frequency on the bar chart with 33.3%, followed by agree with 31.7%, strongly agree with 20%, and the rest is 15% answered for disagree and strongly disagree. Other than that, for this question, we ask for the applications that might have the most impact on the crop yield. The table shows the results of the survey. The respondents believe that pest and disease detection, which is 35%, will have the most impact on crop yield, followed by the weather forecasting and analysis, which is 26.7%, and disease control measures, 21.7%. Cattle and field monitoring systems were ranked the least impactful, which is 16.7%. Overall, the results of this survey recorded that the highest frequency shows in the bar chart, with the total of 21 respondents among 60 respondents suggests that pest and disease detection has the potential to significantly improve the crop yields, which encouraging news for the future of Malaysian agriculture. Furthermore, this question also focused on the impact, where we asked the respondents how the IoT, Internet of Things, might help improve the economy viability, and the survey recorded the amount of mean response, which is 1.97 with the median of 2. The total of 35% of 60 respondents answered of maximizing the use of resources in Malaysia, while 33.3% with total of 20 respondents answered on the opening up the growth opportunities, and the rest answered for reducing costs and increasing productivity with 31.7%. The bar chart for this question visually represent the distribution of responses for 1, which indicates maximizing the use of resources, potential improvement in the economic viability due to the IoT technology. Next, question 9 focus on the implementation, where survey questions ask on the respondents' consideration on adopting IoT technology that's specifically adapted to the Malaysian agriculture. Results shows with the mean of 1.73 and standard deviation of 0.8 tells that 41.7% of respondents said yes, definitely they will adopting IoT technology that specifically adapted to the Malaysian agriculture. Then 50% of the respondent answered maybe. It's depend on the specification, while 1.7% of the respondents said no and prefer generic solutions. And lastly, 6.7% of the respondents said I am not interested in IoT at all. The bar chart shows that the highest frequency was maybe, depending on the specifications, with 30 respondents out of 60. So there is a clear demand for solutions that are tailored to the local context, and these solutions could have significant impact on the productivity and efficiency of Malaysian farms. And the last question, on which government support will encourage farmers to invest in IoT, the mean response is 2.08, while the mode of 2 indicates the highest frequency, which is 45%. With the total of 27 respondents out of 60 respondents choose for the training and technical assistance programs provided by the government, followed by 31.7% of 19 response for the grant or subsidies for initial investment, and 16.7% answers for information sharing and success stories from other farmers, with 10 respondents. Lastly, with total response of 4 out of 60, choose for the tax breaks for IoT purchases and maintenance support from the government to encourage them to invest in IoT for their agricultural business. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Nur Shazwani, and I will explain about the conclusion for our business research assignment. First thing first is about the hypothesis. We got 4 hypotheses. First hypothesis is the adoption and impact of IoT in agricultural business. Farm using IoT enabled devices like smart sensor, drones, and automated system. It was benefit for applicable increase in operation efficiency, which boost output and generate profit. The second hypothesis is farmers' acceptance and barriers to IoT implementation. There is a significant determinant that impact farmers' use of IoT technology in relation to seasonal planting technique in Malaysia. It is assumed that farmers' attitude towards the use of IoT agriculture are significantly shaped by the factor including cost, basic benefit, and technological literacy. The third hypothesis is investigate the possible advantages and disadvantages of IoT technology into agricultural method. It is assumed that although the IoT presents benefits like real-time tracking, accurate farming, and data-driven decision making, there are drawbacks as well as issue with data security and expensive initial expenditure. The last hypothesis is adoption of IoT in agriculture can be facilitated by developing and putting into practice successful tactics. It depends on the idea that focus implementation such as educational initiative, financial aid, and pilot programs might significantly affect the farmers' attitude and persuade them to adopt IoT technologies. For the recommendation, we recommend focus on education and awareness, which is educate farmers about the benefit of IoT, especially how it can address specific challenges they are faced with seasonal planting, like improving yield, optimizing water usage, and reducing resource water. Engage farmers in the development process and offer ongoing support and training. For strongly to support IoT in agriculture, our country needs to improve rural connectivity, such as expand internet access and develop reliable low power wide area network. for efficient data transmission. Next is about the limitation of the study. In this research study, there are some limitations that affect the outcome of the result. One of them is the sample size is being only 60, that possibility of the insufficient or unreliable data, limited data collection, methodological limitation. A sample that is too small may not have enough statistical power to address the research issue, while a sample that is too large may compromise the validity. Next slide is suggestion for further study. Based on only 60 respondents, highlight the need for further research with a larger and more detailed sample. Its benefit extend beyond farmers, reaching consumer through improved crop quality and efficiency. And then future research should specifically target small farmers, the core players in the industry, and then to gain their direct insight and perspective. Utilizing methods like interview and survey can provide richer and more data compared to the current format. Last but not least is the summary. The research on IoT adoption in Malaysia agriculture sector gives useful information on industry stakeholders' existing perspective and expectations. There is reasonable degree of optimizing about the influence of IoT technology over the next 3 to 5 years, with a significant part of respondents having high hopes for its potential. Next, the research discussed the expected potential of IoT technology to improve the economic sustainability of farm firms and increase crop output in Malaysia, while there is a reasonable amount of possibility in this respect. Furthermore, the paper discussed the form of government assistance that would most drive investment in IoT, with respondents indicating a modest level of agreement. Overall, the paper is a good resource for understanding the present state of IoT adoption in Malaysia agriculture, offering an alternative viewpoint on industry attitudes and desires. These findings can guide strategic decision making and policy formation, eventually contributing the progress of IoT technology within Malaysia agriculture industry. That's all for my part. Thank you.